Okay guys, so let's jump right into it. First I'll be using an 8x10 frame from Dollar Tree and it's gold. I'll also be using this 3.5x5 frame, gold tone from Dollar Tree. This gold bling sheet from Dollar Tree. A pack of oak leaves from Dollar Tree. Some of this decorative nautical rope from Dollar Tree. And I have this sunflower bouquet that I picked up at Dollar Tree. And I also have this maple leaf bouquet that I picked up at Dollar Tree. And I also picked up this gift bag from Dollar Tree. And I'll also be using this roll of burlap that I picked up at Dollar Tree. Some E6000, or you can use whatever glue you want, along with some hot glue. And I also have some gold gemstones that I'll be using, and I picked these up at Michael's. And then finally I have this display easel that I picked up at Dollar Tree. This is optional. Okay, so let's just get started. So the first thing that I want to do, now see I have a little bit of damage here, so hopefully that won't affect anything too bad. So the first thing I want to do is open this. So I'm going to flip it over and take it apart. But I'm going to leave the glass in place. So I'm going to take this, put this aside for now. Put this to the side. Alright, and then just set this aside because we won't be using it today. Okay, so the first thing that I want to do is take the insert and flip it over this way. I forgot to mention we'll be using scissors. So what I want to do is take my burlap and just put this all the way across. And just cut off anything that's in your way. Let's see if the hot glue is ready. So what I'll do next is take my hot glue and just take some down. I'm just attaching the burlap to this insert. Try not to burn yourself. You can also use low temp glue when you're doing this project. And then repeat the process. As you can see, this is a little bit wider than the back panel, so what I want to do is just cut the extra off. All right, now let's glue this down. Let's clean some of this up. Okay guys, so now that we have our background, we can go ahead and add our leaves. I've already completed one. I've used a mixture of oak leaves and maple leaves in the first one. So on this one, I want to use the maple leaves in the background. So I also picked up some maple leaves from Dollar Tree. Now you can put these down randomly, or you can come up with some type of format. Okay, so I see that we have plenty of this color. So let's just lay these down and get an idea of what we want to do. Alright, so now flip it over and make sure that all your leaves are flat and you're happy with how they look. Now I'm going to turn this over this way because I like the gold leaves on top. So this is going to be the top part of my picture. So since I want this to be my top, I'm going to replace this here. So if I decide to hang it on the wall, my hook is up here. Alright, just put all these little things back in place and press down. Now for additional support, you can go ahead and add some glue here if you want to. Just add a bead of glue all the way across. And that'll help hold it in place. This is optional. But make sure that you are happy with how it looks before you do this. Okay, so now we have this. So what I can do is set this aside for. So now let's take our second frame. Open it. Take it apart. So this is where my paper bag comes into play. And it's gotten a little bit dirty, so I have to use this side. And I like the watercolor look that it gives with the lines, so that was a perfect choice for me. Okay, so now I'll take my cutout and make sure that it fits. And it fits perfect. Okay. Alright, so now that we have all cut out, I'm going to add some of these maple leaves from this bouquet that I purchased. And I purchased it because of the deep red colors in this bouquet. So I'm going to use some red and I'm going to use some of these multicolored ones. So it's just a matter of figuring out which ones. I think I grabbed this one. And this one. Well, not that one's raggedy. This one, I guess. I'm going to use this one. Is not too big. I don't want them to be too big, so I'm trying to find the smaller ones. All right. So now I'm just going to glue these onto the cutout. And just like before, if you need to add some additional glue to make the leaves lay flat, then go ahead and do that. Alright. Alright, so I'm pretty happy with that. I think these will lay flat once I put these on the inside of the frame. So let's give it a try. Alright. Now you see how it looks a little uneven here? So we definitely want to add some glue to hold that down in place. So make sure that you hold that in place until it sets up. So once you're satisfied with how this looks, your next step is to glue the small frame on top of the larger frame. So what you want to do is get an eye for placement. Stand up if you have to. So what I want to do now is just go ahead and add some E6000 to the back of the frame. Try not to get any on your hands. You can put gloves on. Okay, so once you have it centered, then go ahead and give it mild pressure. This bouquet came with 3 flowers and I've already used one, so trying to decide on which one I want to use next. I think I'll go with this flower. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut it. And what you want to do is cut this down. And once you cut it down and you press it, you'll see that you still have a little bit more stem that you can cut off. I shouldn't be using scissors to cut this. I should use a wire snipper, but again, I don't have it available right now, so I'm just going to use the scissors to cut down as much as I can. All right, so the next thing I want to do is go ahead and add some E6000 to the back of my flower. Right there and onto the center part of this picture frame. And I'll also use a little bit of my hot glue to help hold this in place. So I'm just going to take a few dots of the hot glue and go around. Okay, again, give this a mild pressure. Until the hot glue sets up. So here we are, guys. Look at this. This is really pretty. You could actually stop here. I'm in love with these fall colors. I really didn't plan on doing too many fall DIYs, but making this has really changed my mind. So yeah, you could stop here or you could keep going. So let's keep going. So the next thing I want to do is use some of this Dollar Tree nautical rope. Right, so I'm just going to take my scissors, cut that, and you You can actually use some Elmer's glue or some Mod Podge to seal the ends back closed like that if you want to, but I'm not going to worry about that right now. So the next thing I want to do is cut out 4 pieces. I'm going to measure up against the inside of my frame. Alright, so I want to cut there. It's always good to cut a little bit more just to make sure. Okay, that looks fine. So now I know to cut another piece this length. Now we have pieces for both sides. Alright. So let's glue those down before we cut the pieces for the middle. So I'm just going to take some of my E6000 and run a bead all the way down on each side. So now that I have my E6000 down, I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit of hot glue just to help it secure it. And I'll do the same thing for this side. Now that I have these 2 pieces glued down, I'm going to go ahead and measure the rope across the top. Alright, so okay guys, I'm back. I took about a 20-minute break, and what I want to do is go ahead and continue working on our DIY. Now, like I stated before, you could actually be done here, but me, I want to do a little bit more to it. So when I cut my rope, I don't like the way it looks, so I want to put something over the corners where it connects. Dollar Tree sells these little acorns. I thought about using these. You could actually glue an acorn to each corner, and I'll just place them there so you can get an idea as to what that would look like. And now you see how that would look. If you wanted to bling these out, I can show you what a blinged acorn would look like afterwards. Because a lot of my subscribers are bling queens, I'm going to add some bling to this. Like I stated before, you do not have to do this. So, I have these gold gems that I picked up at Michael's. So what I want to do is take these solid gold ones and put it right here on the corner. And I'm just going to use some hot glue to hold that in place. And just press it down until it sets up. I'll take another one, put it in this corner, do the same thing. Hold it in place until. Okay, so the next thing that I want to do is add a few of those gold rhinestones on this frame as well. So I decided to go with some of the small solid ones. So I'll put one here and here. And I'll use this one in the center. So it would be like this. So glue this one in the center. And then glue the solid ones right on side of it. So now I'll just complete this in the next 3 corners. So I'll just come back in later and clean up any of the glue webs that I might find. Okay guys, so the next thing that I'll do is use this adhesive bling sheet. This is optional. You do not have to do this. This is for my bling queens who wants to add bling to their fall decor. Like I stated earlier, I've already made one ahead of time, so I have a sheet that I have been using. So I'll just go ahead and continue to use this sheet. So the next thing I want to do is just cut 2 rows of the bling wrap to go around the frame. I have 2 strips cut. So what I'm going to do is add a strip across the top and the bottom. So what I'm going to do is put this on the outer part of the frame. Press that down, and now I do the same thing for the top piece. So now I want to cut strips for both sides of the frame. Now when you lay these down, you can see that it's not long enough, so I'll have to cut an additional piece to go between here. I'll just figure out how much I need to go between these 2 pieces. And I think this fits. So this is what it's looking like so far, and we're actually almost done. So what I want to do now is add a strip of bling all the way around the smaller frame. So once I do that, I'll be done. Now, being a bling queen, I'm tempted to do the outside, but I won't. I'm going to stop there. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and add the bling around the outside of the frame, like I said, clean up any glue webs that I might find, and we'll be done. Okay guys, I went ahead and laid the strip down, and while I was doing it, the camera died, so I'm just going to pick up on this side. So this is one of the strips that I cut, and I want one of the little pieces of bling to extend past the top of the frame and one to extend past the bottom, so I'm going to cut it here. And then I'll just put it down. Okay, so lay it as close to the frame as you possibly can. Okay, so now we want to go ahead and cut the other 2 pieces to fit between here. firmly down, and we are done. So yeah, guys, that's it. So what I'll do now is just go ahead and inspect the glass and see if there's any glue webs or any of the E6000 that could have leaked out on the glass. I see here I need to clean up some. So I'll just go ahead and clean that up and come back and show you the first one that I did along with this one. So hold tight and I'll be right back. Hi guys, I'm back as I promised, and I'll be showing you both of my completed pictures. This is the very first one that I made. And if you look in the background, you can see that I used oak leaves instead of maple leaves. This is the completed piece. And remember, you do not have to add bling if you don't want to. This is number one. And if you remember at the beginning of the video, I showed you the Dollar Tree easel. So, as you remember, we do have the hook on the back to hang it on the wall. But if you don't want to hang it on the wall, you can put it on your table. Okay guys, so here's number two. This is the one that we did the DIY on. And off camera, I decided to add just a little bit more bling to it. And I just took a row of bling and added it here, 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 and here. And then some more rhinestones to give it a more finished look. So yeah, and bling queen, you know, this is a way that you can do it. You could add some on the side as well. But if you're not into bling, then don't add the bling to it. You can add like little acorns or whatever on each corner or some leaves. It's up to you guys. If I decided to use these on my dining room table as part of my tablescape, then I would just turn these back to back. Yeah, I would just put these back to back and put maybe some flowers in here or whatever, some candles, whatever. I would just fill this in with something. But so yeah, if I decide to use these as part of my fall tablescape, then I'll let you guys see that as well. But yeah, I really like this, guys. I'm really happy about how it turned out. I'm looking forward to fall. I'm looking forward to Thanksgiving. I'm looking forward to Christmas. I'm looking forward to cold weather because it's really hot here in Atlanta. So yeah, guys, that's it for this DIY. Comment below if you like this without the bling, or if you prefer the bling that's on number one or the bling that's on number two. So yeah, comment below and let me know. And also let me know if you guys plan on making it as well. I hope you like this DIY. And if you did, please leave me a thumbs up. And if you aren't subscribed, please subscribe now. I would truly love to have you join my YouTube family. We're reaching 40,000 subscribers and I'm really excited about it. So yeah, that's it for now, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks so much for watching.